प्रश्नोत्तरं भविष्यति। एकवारं सर्वेषां हस्तम् अधः करोमि। रघुनंदन महोदय।
राम 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 सर्वेभ्यः नमो नमः सुप्रभातम्. So far we have done or revised the Parayana portions, some of it, that is the shlokaha. Anantaram we have done the Shishti Samvatsaraha and then the Kriyapada Rupani. In our previous class we had done the Sukhashitani and the Shabda Rupani, etc. So now we shall go over the question and answer session. So we will start in this way. Maybe we will go lesson by lesson, like say the first 5 lessons. If you have any questions or doubts related to the lesson or the exercises or anything related to the first 5 lessons, you can raise your hands and we'll try to answer those questions. So like this, we shall do it for some time, like a lesson by lesson, like a set of lessons. And then towards the end, we shall have general question and answer session and a few announcements, etc. So let me see if students are raising their hands. Okay, please raise your hands if you have any questions related to the first 5 lessons from Dvitiya textbook. Okay, Leena Bhagini, you can ask your question.
Sorry sir, नास्ति प्रश्न नास्ति सर.
अस्तु, धन्यवादः. Person named with Sukrati's grandparents.
Ram Ram.
Ram Ram Ram.
Ram Ram. I have wondered how to differentiate between Badi and Tanadi, Adadi, Tanadi, Badi. How to differentiate? How do we know that is whether it is Badi or how it is Tanadi or Adadi?
Okay.
Many questions.
Sure. Very good question. Let me try to answer it. First and foremost thing is to understand which are the dhatus that are present and what are the ganas that are available. So if you remember from our Prathama class when we did, let me share my screen. So let us see this. From Prathama class, if you can remember, we in Sanskritam, this is a general comment and a general information I'm just trying to recollect and revise for all the students. Sanskrit bhashayam, Sanskrit vyakarane yadi pashyamaha, we have 10 ganas, dasha ganaha santi. And similarly, we have 10 lakaras, dasha lakaraha, lat, lit, ityadi. So when we come to ganas, how are they classified into ganas is based on a very important aspect which is called as the vikarna pratyaya. So each gana has one specific pratyaya that gets added if a dhatu belongs to that particular gana. And a kriya padam is a combination of dhatu, then vikarna pratyaya, and then akhyata pratyaya. So these are the 3 elements that will come into play, and once all these 3 combine, you will get the final form like bhavati, karoti, etc. So to easily understand or to at least know what would be the differences or etc. If you come to ashtadhyayi.com and dhatu, in that you can see which gana the dhatus belong to, etc. So for example, if you want to know whether I want the forms of karoti, kri dhatu, so you can type search in here for kri, karoti, and then you will find out that particular dhatu which is there. Say.
No, my question is how to differentiate, because you say so that is we can't.
No, I'm coming to that. Okay. So how to differentiate? So directly, there are a few ways in which you will be able to understand. For example, if any dhatu comes in this format, karoti, kurutaha, kurvanti, all similar dhatus will be in this particular gana, which is tanadi. Now, direct distinction from bhwadi gana and tanadi you can directly see. In bhwadi gana, the forms are bhavati, bhavataha, bhavanti. Okay. So now you can, by seeing the forms itself, you can know that the set of forms like pathati, bhavati, pathati, karo, then likhati, etc. All these are similar, and karoti is different than that. Similarly, if you see udeti, okay, udeti, uditaha, udyanti. So in that, if you see, it is definitely different than either kriya dhatu or bhu dhatu. So then that means to say it is of a different gana. So unless you know a few dhatus of each gana, then you will not be able to tell, okay, which, if you see a new dhatu, you cannot tell which gana it may belong to. So it is based on your practice and experience, you will be able to say, classify, okay, this probably belongs to this particular gana. So the forms are definitely different, except that the akhyata pratyas are the same. That is, ti, taha, anti will be the same for all the dhatus. Okay, for of parasmaipari, those will be the same. But outside that, okay, you will be able to see that, okay, there is a difference in here. Like karoti is coming, but there it is just bhavati. So that's how you can actually distinguish. Hope this answers your question.
Okay, I have to see actually. And how to differentiate what is set and what is unit?
So that is not required as of now. It's a deeper grammatical concept, I would say. But for your information, though I briefly touched upon this during our classes earlier. So say for example, if you consider say bhavishyat kala, okay, that is the rit lakara. So if you see that karishyati is a form here, ikara is coming, you can just think that, okay, this is one of the elements. So this is something that is like it sometimes it is dependent on whether it is a set or anit or etc. So something like that you can know it, but it is a very deeper grammatical concept which cannot be explained shortly and at this level.
Okay. Another one, tad-dwara. How to write actually? Tad-dwara.
It's however you write dwaraha or dwaram, right? So same way, dakara and then below that write va. So that's how you will have to write it. So like, okay, I'm just writing here the and then va, you will write it below. So this is what is dwara. That's how it will be.
Okay. And actually one is the lotus-like mouth Sharada, it is written. Actually, how does lotus-like mouth Amba is okay, Sharadamba is okay, but actually we are comparing our Sharadamboja Vadane, Vadanam.
There, ambha is water, amboja is lotus, one which grows in water or one which gets its birth in water is ambhoja. Ambhoja vadana is one word. Okay, so ambhoja vadana, the meaning of that is a person who is having a face or mouth like lotus. That is the meaning of that.
Okay, and okay, and go. What is actually, and when I see somewhat like YouTube, or I don't know, I couldn't remember. If Visarga is coming, actually we have to pronounce. Example, we won't pronounce as goho or goha. They say actually you have to pronounce ha only, not that is shiroho.
No.
Means you should not pronounce as shiroha only.
No, it is not aha always. So because this visarga and anunas, this one, right? Anuswara and visarga, both of these will get this sound or something which based on the swara which it is associated with. So
Okay.
it is, see, for example, Ramaha, okay, and then kavihi, e is there and it will become ihi.
So we have,
okay.
Okay, they become,
Yeah. Based on the previous swara, it is exactly like that. So like that, aha, ihi, uhu,
okay.
etc. That's how you'll have to pronounce it.
Okay. Another one actually pulling, we write actually whether it is pulling or pulling, because sometimes we see double la is written and sometimes it is seen actually only la. Pulling or pulling.
This is the right way to write it. It is pum lingaha. Okay. So pullingaha. This is one accepted way of writing it. Though the sound may come like it is pullingaha or whatever. I mean, there is double la, etc. So this is one way in which you can write, and one more is like with anunasika lakara. So this also
Oh,
in you can see.
Okay.
Okay. Both of these are
Dhanyawada.
sure.
Okay. Dhanyawada.
Dhanyawada. Okay. So we'll go to the next set of questions. If there are any. Okay. I'll also see in the Q&A chat box if there are any questions specifically related to this. Okay, Bhuvneshwari Bhagini, you can ask your questions. Ram Ram Ram. Bhagini, your voice is not clear. Please speak near the mic.
Okay, is it okay now?
It's a bit better. Please speak.
Rama?
Yeah, please ask your question.
In lesson number 4, in this fourth para, Sugrivasya klesham parihritya tat dvara sitanvishanam akarayat. So in that dvara, is it tat dvara means he refers to the klesham, yeah, Sugrivasya klesham parihritya tat dvara. What does that tat means here?
So okay, 1 second. Let me open that. I'm just seeing. Okay, which you said it's lesson number 4.
Lesson number 4, para number 4, last sentence.
1 second. Let me take out the textbook and just read that sentence, and I'll explain it to you. Okay, so Sitanveshanavasare Ramah Sugrivasya Maityam Alabhata. Okay, Sugrivasya klesham parihritya tadvara is okay. Tadvara is basically from Sugriva. Tadvara is tasya dvara. So it's basically tadvara is a samasta pada. So here tad is tad shabda. Okay, tad shabda which we have learned. Dakarantaha pullingaha tad shabdaha. And in this context it is tasya dvara. So through him, through Sugriva, he conducted this anveshanam for Sita, the search for Sita.
What is the vibhakti should be used? Is it shouldn't be tam?
No, it is not tam. Tasya dvara. Dvara is basically through. Okay, through him. So through him, whenever we say tasya dvara, will be the Shishri Vibhakti that will have to use. Like he did this search activity through Sugriva. He conducted this through Sugriva. That is the meaning of that.
It's dwara. When we use dwara, we should use Shashti Vibhakti. Okay.
Usually yes.
Okay. Okay. One more doubt in Sandhi. When we write sadho plus atra, should it be sadhavatra या sadhvatra?
It will be sadho atra. It will become sadhavatra only. There is no other possible. Yeah.
Okay.
If it is, because I mean, as you said, right? So there are two possibilities. I mean, if you consider this, I'm writing it over here. Hopefully, it is visible. Sadho. If it is this okara, I mean, okay, it is ending with sadho. There is hey sadho. This is nothing. 1 second. Yeah, I'll tell you this. Okay, sadho atra. Okay, if this is the one which we are actually seeing it. So now here. This is a padanta. Okay, so it's a padanta. That is hey sadho. That is and it is starting with akara atra. So it will be a purva rupa sandhi and not yanta vanta desha sandhi. So it will become sadhotra only.
Okay.
It will not be sadhavatra.
Okay. Okay.
It cannot be yanta vanta desha sandhi because this sandhi is a very strict sandhi. If you remember. The rules are very strict. That is, it should be a word. It should be a Suganta or a Tinganta form. Okay, the Purvapada. And the Uttarapada should start with a Hrasva Akara. When these two conditions are there, Purva Rupa will overrule any other.
Okay.
Okay.
Sadhotra. Okay.
Sadhotra. That's that. Okay, Sadhotra. Hope this is clear.
Yes.
Okay. Any other question? Okay. Next one, Gopal Krishnan Mahodaya.
Ram Mahodaya.
Ram.
This is regarding this Janantu. Prati Paritaha Nikasha Ubayataha Vina Etisham Avyanam Yoge Dvitiya Vibhakti Bhavati.
Right.
Prati Paritaha ye Shabda Avyaya Shabda.
Yeah, these are all avyayas only. Prati, Ramam Prati, Lakshmanaha Abravit, etc. Ramam Prati. So Prati, whenever we use, it becomes, we will have to use the corresponding word in Dvitiya Vibhakti.
Similarly, Sahasakam.
Sahasakam, yes.
Vina is coming for Dvitiya, Tritiya, and Panchami.
Panchami, yes. All three are can be used interchangeably, like Vayum Vina, Vayuna Vina, Vayoho Vina, Jalam Vina, Jalena Vina, Jalat Vina. All three means the same. So irrespective of whether we use in Dvitiya, Tritiya, or Panchami, the meaning remains the same.
Like that, Spruha iti Dhato Yoge Chaturthi Vibhakti Bhavati iti.
Right.
Spruha, what means and where we are using it? I have not come across that word.
I think some examples were probably.
Yeah, he has given Nattaki, Nattanaya, Spruhayati.
Yes, right. Spruhayati is likes or Spruha is the dhatu.
It is used for dhatu or avyaya, both we can use that vibhakti.
No. It is not an avyaya, it is a dhatu. Spruha dhatu. In whenever we use Spruhayati or any of these the forms of Spruha dhatu, then for what that person is liking or wanting, longing, etc., that will be in Chaturthi Vibhakti. Nartanaya Spruhayati, like that.
Spruha means longing or liking.
Liking, etc. Yeah.
Dhanyavad.
Sure. Dhanyavadaha. Okay. Next, Amita Bhargava Bhagini.
Ram Mahodaya.
Ram.
How is Vidhiling used?
Okay, good question. So Vidhiling Lakara is basically for a kind of an order or must be done, should be done. That kind of order. That is the use of this Vidhiling Lakara. Vidhi is something that is being kind of forced upon or something like that. So it has to be done. It must be done like that. That is the meaning of Vidhiling Lakara.
It is, it's like Lot Lakara.
Like Lot Lakara, you can take it that way because Lot and Vidhiling share most of the common uses. Okay, so because even in the Sutra Patha, first they explain about what all arthas Vidhiling can be used, and then they say Lot cha, and also Lot also can be used in the same arthas. That's what is there in the Dhatu Patha. It can be used for various in various arthas. So yeah, that is right.
And for exams, will the definition of sandhis be asked, or will we just be given some examples?
Both are possible. So they can ask write a short note on say yen sandhi, write a short note on yantavanta desha sandhi, etc. So you'll have to know and practice the rules also, like I mean the table that you'll have to write, and a brief explanation about if the Purva Padanta Varna, that is the Purva Varna is this so and so and Paravarna is this, then these are the possibility, and this sandhi is called so and so. So you will have to write that definition. So that's why both in Sanskritam as well as in English, we have given the definition in the sandhi chapter. In the slides, if you can refer to, you can practice that.
We'll have to write in English or in Sanskrit only.
Usually for at Dvitiya level you have a choice, like you can still write in English, but our preference is if you can practice and write in Sanskritam, that is kind of the best.
Dhanyavada.
Sure. Dhanyavada. Okay. Next, Rajaraman Mahodaya.
Namaste, Ram.
Ram.
this Chandra Bindu, for the
Right.
other him, that another that dot which he put there, there are so many rules you have explained, right? You know, if a
Correct.
swara that
Correct.
kakha gagana, then it should be the last letter like that, no? But in Chandra Bindu, where do you use? How do you pronounce? Because in the Dhatu Rupa, so many Chandra Bindus, Dhatu, so many Chandra Bindus we are using.
So basically, this is called as an anunasika. Okay. So for example, here, okay, here
Yes.
also you can see this Chandra Bindu. Trishir Prekshane. This is called as a it's an anunasika varna there, anunasika ikara, which is actually there, and that's why this depiction of Chandra Bindu. It is not a anuswara. Okay, it is not drishimr or like it is drishim. Okay, that is anunasika ikara. It is not anuswara. So that is the difference here. When we use this Chandra Bindu while writing for a set of, say, for a few dhatus, etc. Okay, so it is this is the Mula Rupa of the dhatu, and based on various rules, if Anunasika Varna is there, then that will be removed and in the simplified version of the dhatu. So this is the Prayogika form. Okay, Drish dhatu is sufficient. Okay, Drish. So Drishir, from Drishir, Drish has come. So this particular Chandra Bindu letters, etc., will be removed in the process of transforming the dhatu. So that is just for the indication and to know the Mula Rupa. That is why this is still there. Okay. So pronunciation, it's just Anunasika. With the help of the nose, we'll have to pronounce that letter, not Anuswara.
Not Anuswara. Okay. So this more to do with pronunciation rather than any letter or anything. Correct?
Correct. Correct.
Okay. Dhanyavada.
Sure. Dhanyavada. Okay. Next, Nikunj Rawal.
राम 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 महोदय।
राम राम।
मम एका भगिनी पृष्टवती यत् साधो अधिकम् अत्र इति साधोत्रं पूर्वरूप संधि विधीयते, परन्तु यदा साधुः इति पदम् अस्ति, साधुः अत्र आगतः, तत्र किं विधीयते भवान्?
तदा साधुः अत्र इति चेत् तत्र विसर्गसन्धिः भविष्यति। तत्र
विसर्गस्य लोपः भवति वा?
तत्र विसर्गस्य बहवः प्रकाराः सन्ति विसर्गसन्धेः। इदानीं उदाहरणार्थं कविः इति भवति चेत् कविरिति इति भवति। एवं तत्र विसर्गसन्धेः अपि तत्र बहवः नियमाः सन्ति। There are many rules of the visarga sandhi, and especially when it is hrasva akara and if the other letters are different. So there will become sadhur atra, what will become sadhur, sadhurayam, etc. So yeah, it will be a rebhadesha in that case.
Astu Mahoday, dhanyavadah, dhanyavadah.
Dhanyavadah. Okay, next last question related to the first 5 lessons. I will think. Prakash Mohini Bhagini, you can ask a question.
I wanted to know the difference between this Bhavapurn and Atmanepadi. How will we differentiate?
Between
like Drish.
Parasmaipadi and Atmanepadi?
And but some words are Parasmaipadi, but we write like Drishyate, like Atmanepadi Roop.
Okay. Bhava Karmanoho. It is not Bhavapurn.
Bhava.
Yeah, let me quickly revise that because this again I had explained it in a few previous classes as well. So first thing is the property. Okay, so if we consider here, okay, I will use here. You can see any dhatu whenever we refer to. Okay, so the main thing, there are a few properties of a dhatu. So a particular dhatu is classified. Some dhatus, for example, are classified as just Parasmaipadi. Some dhatus are classified as just Atmanepadi. Some dhatus are classified as Ubhayapadi. So what is the meaning? Okay, so first thing is if a dhatu is classified directly as just Parasmaipadi or Atmanepadi, it is based on the dhatu itself. Okay, there we cannot apply this logic what I am telling now. But if a dhatu is Ubhayapadi dhatu, then the user has the say the freedom or the flexibility to use the dhatu in both parasmaipadi and atmanepadi. In such cases, based on the meaning and based on the intention, whether the result of this action is only for him, only for the user, or it is also benefiting others, in such scenarios, if it is the first one, that is, if the result is only for the user, then we'll have to use atmanepadi rupa. This is specifically for ubhayapadi dhatus. Okay, aham kurve. So that means to say I do for myself. But if I say aham karomi, I do something which it will benefit me as well as it may benefit others. So then it will become parasmaipadi. So this is based on where the result or the fruit of the action lies, whether it is in oneself only or it is for others also. That is why parasmai is others, for others. Atmane is for one's own. That is the meaning we can understand and we can use for the dhatus which are ubhayapadis. But if a dhatu is classified as just say parasmaipadi or just say atmanepadi, it is based on that particular dhatu. Based on various other grammar rules, it is being classified. So in such scenario, we cannot apply this rule or this analogy of okay, where the fruit lies in, etc. Okay, that is something that we should know at the beginning. First thing is that. Now, for all the dhatus, the primary usage is in kartari prayoga, which is the active voice. Based on that only, we will use it. Say, Ramaha karoti. Okay, that is active voice. Or here another example, like say pashyati also. Ramaha pashyati. Okay, this dhatu, drish dhatu is a parasmaipadi dhatu. That's a property of the dhatu, and it is latlakara. Here Ramaha Ravanam pashyati. So Rama sees Ravana. So is the active voice. Now bhava karmanoho means if the same dhatu is being used in passive voice, okay, then there is some change, some transformation in the dhatu, and that is the bhava karmanoho. And when this applies, then the forms of it in the bhava karmanoho, that is in the passive voice, will be similar to that of atmanepadi rupa. Okay, it is we cannot call it as atmanepadi rupani, but the dhatu is still parasmaipadi, but it is used in the passive voice. That's the meaning of it. So drishyate, drishyate, drishyante, etc. will be the bhava karmanoho form or the passive voice. Ramena Ravanaha drishyate is the one example sentence that we can understand. So this bhava karmanoho is there for all the dhatus. Any dhatu you take, here also in ashtadhyayi.com, if you come here, you will be able to see kartari is the regular form, that is active voice. Bhava karmanoho, if you come, it will become the passive voice, or whether it is like it is being done by someone. So that is the artha. Okay. So similarly, if you take any dhatu you take, you will get this bhava karmanoho forms. And always bhava karmanoho forms will resemble the atmanepadi forms. Okay. So that is something that you should understand. Hopefully this is clear. We shall go to the next question. Okay. Okay. Next, Sangeeta Bhagini, you can ask a question. After this, we shall go to the next set of lessons. That is fifth lesson. Okay, first 5 we have done. 6th lesson to 10th lesson. If you have any questions, please start raising your hands. Sangeeta Bhagini, if you have your question, please unmute and speak. Okay. Yeah, others, I request you to raise your hands if you have any questions in the next set of lessons, that is 6th lesson to 10th lesson. So if you want, I can read out the names of the lessons. So far we have seen the Prarthana, Indu, Prabhu, Adarsha Purushaha, Shriramaha, Guru Upadeshaha, and then Subha, and then the Sandhi, a bit about the Sandhi, etc. But we will take grammar questions again in the next set of lessons as well. Do not worry. From the 6th lesson to 10th lesson, the lessons are Lokoptayaha, Subhashitani, Bhagavan Vyasaha, Guru Bhaktaha Upamanyuhu, and Tulasi. Any questions in these 5 lessons? I'll give another 30 seconds of time so that you can raise your hand.
प्रश्नाः सन्ति चेत् हस्तम् उत्तोलयन्तु।
Okay. There are a few questions. Some of them are raising the hands. Rajaram Mahodaya, you can ask your question. Next in the line is Harin Mehta Mahodaya.
Ram, namaste.
Ha.
This artha, I had a doubt, I am not able to get. This artha is money also, and artha means meaning also, no?
Correct,
so what
correct.
is the difference? How do you write separately, or it is only in context you will write? What is the
based on the context?
Based on the context, but the spelling is same.
Yes.
No difference.
No difference.
So then this vidhi matlab niyama is this?
Yeah, vidhi is basically a niyama or a rule, or it is something like that. That is a vidhi.
And ubhaya means what? Both.
Ubhaya is both. Yes.
Both. Okay. Dhanyawad.
Sure. Dhanyawad. Harin Mehta Modi, you can ask a question.
Amodaya. So, this is a little kind of a stupid question. So, in the Subhashitani, we have Lobha Visto Narovittam, Dikshate tu Sankatam.
Right.
Dugdam Pashati Marjaro Natatha Lagudahatim. The last sentence, it is simple statement, right? I mean, I'm not sure what are they trying to convey here. Is there any deep meaning here? I'm not following that particular one.
So basically, okay, that is what they're actually trying to say that. Okay, so how it's just they're trying to give one example what's seen in nature and how we behave. Okay, so let me just pull up that Subhashitam so that it's easier to relate.
It is number 8.
Yeah. So here, right? So always. The manava, how are people, if you ask a question, lobhavishtaha naraha, one who is interested in probably gaining wealth, okay, gaining money, or one who is a bit greedy, okay, I will tell in that way, he will never worry about, okay, if there are any troubles that may come ahead. So what is in his mind is to only kind of obtain that wealth or money, whether it is the right path or the wrong path or wrong way or whatever it is. So he is just interested in getting the money. Vittam, naro vittam vikshate. He just sees the money. And now they are giving one example, like how dugdham pashyati marjaraha. If you keep milk in a pot or a cup, the cat comes and drinks it, but it will not see the person who is standing in front with a stick or something. So it may get a beating or something. It doesn't worry about it, is what the Subhashitara is trying to tell. So we may kind of earn money, or like say we may get money through various means or ways, but they may not be the right one. So here Sankatam can be the practical one, that is like what we can actually face the consequences of that action here, or can also be this can be extended to also the papa and punya. Like what will happen if you do something in a wrong path, then that is the papa that you will have to that is what you have accrued, and that you will have to do it, you will have to get away with it or a few janmas that may be there. So you can actually extend that meaning in that way. So that is the meaning of this version. Is it clear, or you still have some more doubt or question on this?
No, I mean, it is a little better for sure, but I'm still little concerned in terms of, it is true that the Marjara is not worrying about the Lagudaha team standing behind, but okay, and maybe we should take it that we should worry that there is somebody standing behind looking for us, or watching us in a way, right? So
it's basically, don't just fall prey by looking at what you are just seeing, but see something beyond it also. So that is kind of the message that it's trying to give.
Got it. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Thank you very much.
Yeah, sure. Dhanyawadaha. Okay, next, Harish Deshpande Mohdaya.
Namaskar, Mohdaya. On the similar line, understanding the Subhashita and other thing, do we have this meaning of this written somewhere, and so that we can understand better?
Oh, the meanings of Subhashitam?
Subhashita, other things as well.
Yeah, it's all covered in the classes. Like you can refer to the slides. It has the bhavartha, everything in its place. So okay, so in probably in 21st class, you can.
Yeah, I know you explained that very well, but in a similar line, because what happens is many things we hear but forget. And
Okay, yeah. I think so the interpretations of these can be different. Like each of the Subhashitas, etc. What I would say is like, okay, so here whatever is the bhavartha, that is something which you can probably understand and make use of it for each of the Subhashitas. So this bhavartha is the meaning in a general way. So more deeper interpretations is always subjective, like based on the context, on probably the experience, based on any related Subhashita, etc. So those cannot be captured in any place, because it will always fall short of the explanation if you would understand in that way.
Sure. Okay, right? All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. Dhanyawad.
Yeah. Okay. Any other questions related to these topics? 6th lesson to 10th lesson. Okay, now we shall probably go to the next set of lessons, which is from 11th to the end, till the end. Okay, so from Kaveri, Balako Dhruvaha, Mathura Prasthanam, Udyogat Labhate Dhanam, Navaratra Mahotsavaha, Rishishungapuram, Vyakarana Vibhaga, and then Anuvada Abhyasaha. Any other questions from these chapters, from these lessons? Please raise your hands.
तत्र सुभाषितानि कण्ठस्थीकर्तुं सन्ति, तानि सर्वाणि अपि कण्ठस्थीकरणीयानि, तथैव अर्थः अपि परीक्षायां पृच्छन्ति.
Satyam, dhanyawadaha Maheshwari Bhagini. So as said in the class as well, Subhashitani is there for memorization along with its meaning. Anvayanusaram bhavartham likhata. This will be the format of the question that will be there. So we will the standard way, whatever is represented in the slide, we will do in the 4 steps, that is Padacheda, Anvaya, Padapadartha, and then Bhavartha in the exam as well. So please do refer and prepare well for Subhashitani along with its meaning for the exam. Praveen Mahodaya, you can ask a question.
Namo Namaha. 12th lesson, Balako Dhruvaha.
Okay.
In that, Naradaha is talking. He says, Viharaihi Manaha Vinodaya. So while discussing, we have said that Vinodaya is a 2.1. It's a Adnyartha.
Vinodaihi. Tritiya Vibhakti, right? Sorry, Vinodaya. Okay.
Vinodaya. Viharaihi Mana Vinodaya. So it's a Adnyartha.
Lot Lakara. That is right.
Lot Lakara. But in this Vinodaya, which is the main dhatu? Mul dhatu.
Nuda is the dhatu. Okay. Yes, Maheshwari, you can answer that. Yeah.
Nuda iti dhatuः.
Nuda. Is it a visarga? Means V adhika Nuda?
Correct. V is the upasarga. Yes.
V is the Okay. Okay, dhanyawada.
Sure. So in general, most of the dhatus, it is like you can think in this way. Most of the dhatus. Okay, so again there are exceptions in that. So is usually it's usually like a 2-lettered dhatu, 2-3-lettered dhatu maximum. So if you are seeing more letters, then you can think that there are upasargas added there. I mean, this is a general thing I'm saying. Like it's not that you don't have dhatus which are more longer or something like that, but it's a general rule. Like say whenever we api, uta, etc. are there, then definitely those will be the upasarga, and you after splitting that, you whatever will come. Nuda is the dhatu, so nudati, and based on some of the grammar rules again, it will become vinoda. So basically, vinoda is the word which is also derived from the same dhatu and upasarga. So that's how it is. Raja Matangi Bhagini, you can ask a question.
Ram Mahoday.
Huh.
My doubt is with regard to Shubhashitani.
Okay.
Udyoginam Purusha Simham Upaiti Lakshmi. That verse.
Right. Huh.
The last two lines, I didn't understand that. Daivam nihatya kuru paurusha matma shaktya yatne krite yadina siddhyati kotra doshaha. So that line alone, yeah.
Sure. So what is the meaning of this Subhajitam is, so the Lakshmi or the wealth will come to those who are industrious, who work. Okay, that is the first line. Okay, but people say that it is just by chance or by luck that someone is fortunate or someone is say wealthy, etc. So then the Subhashitakara is trying to tell us or give us a lesson, life lesson, saying that Daivam nihatya kuru paurusham atmashaktya. Daivam is basically keeping aside the fate or God, whatever you may, or luck. Okay. Daivam nihatya, keeping aside that, kuru paurusham, do your work, atmashaktya, from your own efforts. Yatne krite, even after doing, even after putting your efforts, yadina siddhyati, if something doesn't come out well, or you are not you will not achieve something that you wanted to, then what is the fault? Kotra doshaha. What is the fault then? So that is what he's the Subhashikara is trying to tell that here.
They're asking what is the fault of the person.
Yeah, what's the fault of the person? But some of the so my teachers used to say that yatne krite yadina siddhyati kotra doshaha iti drashtavyaha. So then you will have to see, I mean, this is like kind of an extension of this meaning of the Subhashita. Then you have to see what went wrong in your actions and refine it and do it again.
Okay, yeah.
So that is another way in which you
understood.
can actually try to understand it. But the Subhashitara is just plainly saying that what's the fault. So it is subjective whether you want to take what's the fault in this entire thing or in the action that I did and I should correct it or something like that.
Very nice. Thank you. Dhanyawad Mahoday.
Sure. Dhanyawad. Okay. Any other questions? Please raise your hand. Praveen Kulkarni Mahoday, I'm not sure if you asked a question or you raised hand for a different question now. Okay. So it's kind of 7:45. Okay. Jai Shri Bhagini, you can ask your question.
Are there any question papers based on this course for the Dvitiya exam from Sringeri? Somehow I'm not getting them.
Okay, a good question, and we had something to tell about it in towards the end of the class. Okay, so we will answer that question, Jai Shri Bhagini.
Okay. Thank you.
Maheshwari Bhagini, adhuna udghoshanam darshayatu, udghoshanam karotu, anantaram agre pashyamah prashnan.
अग्रिमकक्षायाः विषये
सत्यम्
अग्रिमकक्षायां वयम् एकं प्रश्नपत्रं पश्यामः तस्य उत्तराणि एकवारं भवन्तः अपि पश्यन्तु इदमिदानीं यदा जनवरी मासे फेब्रुवरी मासे परीक्षा जाता तत् प्रश्नपत्रं तस्य उत्तराणि च प्रदर्शयिष्यामि.
So what is the plan for the next class is what Maheshwari Bhagini just said. So we will be walking through this one of the question papers, previous years or previously conducted exams question paper for Dvitiya, the same. But for the offline exam, because the online exam is not conducted so far, and hence whatever the paper is available is for the offline exam. And definitely the format will be different than the online. As you know, for online it is kind of 60-40 or 50-50 or something like that, where you have objective plus also writing. But in the offline exam, which is completely written, 100 marks is also completely written. So you'll have say Sanskrit Bhashya Uttaram Likhata, 1 mark questions, then 2 mark questions, etc. So we'll go through that question paper once in the next class. And for that, the request is all of you please revise all the lessons, all the exercises from our classes, the previous classes. Kind of do a revision and come to the next class so that you can attempt answering those questions in the class, and you will be feeling a bit good and confident about facing the exam as well. Okay, so that's the announcement we wanted to make. Okay, next, Sandhya Bhagini, you can ask a question.
महोदय, राम राम, अहम् इच्छामि अमरकोश अस्ति खलु श्लोकान्, तद् एकत्र एकवारं पाठयतु अन्येकवार इति मम इच्छा।
अस्तु अस्तु, पश्यामः पुनः तस्यापि आगामि सप्ताहेषु आगामि कक्षासु वयं कुर्मः. We will learn, we will try to chant again and then we'll practice.
सूर्य अस्ति खलु, तत् पठनमेव बहु क्लेशं भविष्यति.
अस्तु अस्तु, we will do it. अवश्यं कुर्मः, we will do that.
धन्यवादः.
प्रायः गतकक्षायां मया सर्वेषां श्लोकानां यदा पुनरावर्तनं कृतं तत्र कृतम् इति चिन्तयामि. महोदय, किञ्चित् स्क्रीन् स्क्रोल् अप् करोतु. तत्र मेमोरैजेशन् पार्ट् इति अस्ति.
अत्र वा? अस्तु अस्तु, एकवारं अत्रापि दर्शयिष्यामि. So, and one more thing, if you visit the portal, right, so you can see some of the contents that has been uploaded recently, which is probably yesterday or day before. So which is mostly related to this memorization portions. So in exam corner, below exam corner, you can see this memorization portions that has been come. So here you can actually see all these things that are present, the presentation of all the shlokas and amara panktis. So which is there, so you can actually refer to this. भगिनी, एतत् निष्कास्य पुनः एकवारं PDF करोतु, यतोहि तत् सुलभं भवति. Otherwise the font and other things will change in PPT because it will not render correctly. So here there is the content, the text that you can refer to, and the same way you will also have this audio part also, prarthana shlokas, subhashtani, samvatsaraha, etc. In the same way, more content will also be uploaded here for all the memorization portions. So you can refer to it and you will be able to practice it. Okay, and also we'll do it in the class also, so that it will be a revision, and if there are any questions we can take it that way. That should not be a problem, we will do it. Okay, next, Aruna Bhagini. You can ask your question.
Namaskara Mahodaya. When will be the exams, Mahodaya?
Okay, so yeah,
I will stay in Pune. I'm in Pune. So if it is offline exam, how I have to, where I have to do?
Okay, I will tell about it. So first and foremost thing, so related to exam date, final date, I'm not yet sure of it. I'm contacting the Sabha for the exam dates. Usually the offline exams are conducted in the last week, the last Sunday of January and last Sunday of August. This is the exam schedule from the Sabha. Since for Dvitiya, they are also starting this online exam, there could be some flexibility or there could be some change in related to this, and I'm not sure of the exam dates as of now. So once I have the information, I will announce in the class about the same. So, but in the meantime, hope all of you have already registered on online portal. If you visit surasarasasabha.org, this is the website where all the information about the Sabha is being provided. Here on the right side, you can see registration for Prathama and Dvitiya new batches is open and you can access it now. So through this link, through this portal, you will have to register for the online exam. So for offline exams, what you'll have to do is you will have to contact the nearest, say Shankar Matha or anything which is there in your place, in your locality. And then you can actually kind of a list of centers is available. You can probably search in this if it is there, and then you can contact them for the offline exam. Offline exams will always happen during the last week of August and last week of January. That is the time, that is the exam date that's been finalized and fixed from more than 20-25 years or so. So that is something that you can know.
One more question, Mahodaya.
Yeah.
Vyoma also will conduct exams, no?
Vyoma, the exam that will be conducted through Vyoma is called the course and evaluation. So the course that you're currently attending, towards the end of this course, there will be one exam from the Vyoma side. So that is to assess how the course went on, how the students were able to understand the concepts, etc. So that exam is different, entirely different than the Sabha exam. Sabha exam is a certificate exam. So where you will get a certificate from Sringeri Surasa Sabha, which is being blessed by the Jagat Gurus. So that is a certificate exam. But Vyoma exam is an internal exam, or like from Vyoma. And both of these are two different things.
When will be the exam, Vyoma?
We will announce it. We will announce it.
Mahodaya, last time what happened? The day Pradhama exam was happened, that day I could not open my first paper. I was missed the it was happened.
That is in the Sabha exam.
Sabha exam only. I called many times, but they didn't respond.
Okay. I'm not sure.
But I did second paper.
Okay.
It was not completed. No.
Understood. Understood. What can be done is kindly write an email to surasasabha@gmail.com is something is the email address that you can actually use. So it's available in contact us section or somewhere. Okay, write an email. Kindly also add me, put a CC. Like, I mean, if you face such difficulties, etc., please do or write an email to the Sabha addressing the Sabha officials. And you can mark me also in CC, so that if in case if I can get some time or something and I'm able to contact them, I can tell about this if there are any concerns as such, if it is faced. Sure, dhanyawadaha. Okay, next Gansha Mahodaya, you can ask your question.
Ram Mahodaya. Mahodaya, I'm traveling to USA to my son's son there. So can I how will I apply, because I registered in India? So maybe I don't know
as I answered this earlier also, that should not be a problem. Only thing is there could be some difference in the time zone and other things. But so you can provide your registration number and write an email to the technical support team, marking also the Sabha officials, and they will oblige and they will help you out with that. So once the exam dates are announced and finalized, so based on that you can take a call whether you require that or whatever.
Okay, dhanyawad Mahodaya.
Dhanyawad. Okay, Rajaram Mahodaya, you can ask a question. Probably this would be the last question. After that, I'll make a few more announcements and then we can conclude today's class.
Namaste, Ram.
This
one request. One is that intermediate assessment. If you can, now that you have completed this one, you can some more intermediate assessment paper. If it's uploaded, it will be able to practice one. Then second thing, that February exam which was conducted on physically, that is on paper. I think that book was old book, no?
No. Even the new for the new syllabus also the exam was conducted, and but I think that has not been uploaded on the Sabha portal yet. So the new syllabus question papers are not uploaded in the Sabha portal, but I think it would be done shortly. but the exam was given for both new syllabus and the old syllabus.
Sir, another thing, this page 66, Sringeri Jagadguru Sri Sri Bharati Tirtha Mahaswami Bhihi. That one, have we studied? I don't remember that.
No, that has not been studied, and it is just they have given it for practicing, etc. So I thought actually today I will try to just go through that shloka once. Okay, I was just
it was very difficult. I tried it. I remember vaguely, but I could not get the tune. And this likely, unless you tell us, it's very difficult to pronounce properly.
Okay, sure, no issues. So one thing is that is not part of the syllabus as such. I mean, no questions or anything related that would be given. It is just Sambhuya Gayama. So it is just like, let us all sing together. That is what is, or chant together. That is what is why they have given it. And it has been composed by our Jagadguru Bharati Tirtha Mahaswami. So it's a very simple, very beautiful shloka on Vishnu, and hence it's called a Vishnu Geetam. It's available on the Sringeri net, sringeri.net. Okay, this is the official website of the Sringeri Shankar Math. And if once you come here, if you click on resources, you can come to Stotras. And in the Stotras, you can actually select Vishnu Stotras. Okay, so that's how I'm just showing it to you. I'll also share this link in the chat box now so that you can refer to it. And probably in the next class, we will just try to chant this together. Okay, and here in the quick index, if you come to Vishnu Stotrani, and in the Vishnu Stotra, the last one, the Vishnu Geetam, the 13th one. So that is the shloka which is given in the Dvitiya textbook, Garuda Gamana. And here there is also an audio file beautifully rendered by probably the Sringeri sisters. And you can listen to it.
I heard that. That was very, that's why I was able to.
Very catchy. Very catchy tune.
Very catchy, but I could not catch myself singing that.
Sure. Okay, we will probably do it in.
Thank you very much, sir. Sir, the another thing is request is that like you have put in other that Shabdaru Dhaturupas. One example today, Bhagini has taught us so many other things. There also, if example is given, it will be very useful. Then we can use that word somewhere at least.
Got it. Sure. We'll probably add more things to the slides, and yeah, we will try to do it in that way.
Dhanyavad.
Dhanyavad for that. Okay. So with that, probably we'll conclude today's class. We are just time, and I'm seeing the Q&A chat box if there's anything else that is being there. So related to the final assessment, we will definitely give the announcement, and you will have enough time for the preparation as well. And related to the final exam from Sabha side, I shall work with the Sabha officials and try to get the dates when it is, and then I will provide it to you. Okay. And if there are any questions further, kindly I request you to please send an email to me and Maheshwari Bhagini, so we'll try to answer them. Okay, so that will be part of each of the slides will have that information, and you can definitely refer to that and write an email to us. So with that, we shall conclude today's class. If there are any other further questions, please do write an email. Ram 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 Sarvebhyaha Namo Namaha. Any other thing, Maheshwari Bhagini, you wanted to add?
No, sir.
Sure. Dhanyavadaha Sarvebhyaha. And please come prepared for the next class for the preparatory paper, that is previously done paper. We shall go through that. So please come prepared for the class. Ram Ram Ram.